Hello my dear friends, and welcome. I'm truly happy you're here with me today. No matter where you're watching from, your living room, your kitchen table, or your favorite chair by the window, I want you to feel calm, comfortable, and at home. As we grow older, our days begin to feel different. Some mornings feel lighter, some days feel slower, and sometimes our heart and mind carry more weight than we show. And that's why I want to ask you something before we begin. How have you been feeling lately? How is your health? How is your heart? And how is your mind? Take a moment and think about it. These emotional check-ins become even more important as we get older. Today's topic is something many seniors never talk about, but it has a big effect on their happiness, health, and peace. Before we continue, I would love to hear from you. Where are you watching from today? Please tell me your city or state in the comments. I enjoy reading your messages, and it helps us all feel connected as one warm community. Now, my friends, let's start this important journey together. Point 1. Neglecting your health checkups. My dear friends, let's begin with one of the biggest and most dangerous mistakes many older adults make: neglecting their health checkups. I know many of you think, I feel fine, why should I go to the doctor if nothing is wrong? But here's the truth, feeling fine does not always mean your body is fine. As we get older, many health problems grow quietly inside us without any clear signs. High blood pressure, diabetes, kidney issues, heart disease, even certain cancers, can stay hidden for months or even years before showing symptoms. And by the time symptoms appear, the problem is often more serious and much harder to treat. Skipping your checkups is like driving a car with a broken dashboard. You can't see the warning lights, so you keep going until something suddenly stops working. And in older age, that sudden breakdown can be life-threatening. I've seen so many seniors who ended up in the hospital simply because something that was preventable went unnoticed for too long. Regular checkups are not just about finding problems. They're about preventing problems. A simple blood pressure reading, a blood test, a heart check, kidney tests, these small things can save you from months of pain, stress, and medical bills. These tests help your doctor find issues early, when they're easiest to fix. And please remember, going to the doctor is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. You worked all your life to reach these years, now protect them. Make your health appointments just like brushing your teeth, a basic part of life. When you take care of your body takes care of you. Point 2. Cutting off social connections. My dear friends, let's talk about something many seniors do without even realizing it: slowly cutting off social connections. As we grow older, life changes. Children get busy, friends move away, routines shift, and sometimes we convince ourselves that staying alone is easier. Many older adults say, I don't want to bother anyone, or I'm fine by myself. But deep inside, the heart still needs connection, laughter, conversation, and human warmth. Loneliness doesn't always appear suddenly. It comes quietly, one day at a time. And it doesn't just affect your emotions, it affects your health. Studies show that loneliness in older adults increases the risk of depression, memory loss, anxiety, high blood pressure, and even heart disease. When we stop connecting with people, our brain slows down, our mood becomes dull, and life starts to feel heavier. I once knew a lovely woman named Mary who lived alone. At first, she enjoyed her peace. But slowly, days started passing without conversation, without joy, without fresh energy. She began feeling sad, tired, and disconnected. Only after joining a local senior group did she realize how much she needed people. Talking, laughing, and sharing stories brought her back to life, her energy returned, and her mind felt sharper. My friends, humans are not meant to live isolated. You don't need a crowd, just one or two good connections can brighten your entire day. Call an old friend, join a community group, attend a church program, or even chat with neighbors. These little moments feed your heart. Point 3. Living without purpose. My dear friends, let's talk about a mistake that quietly steals joy from many older adults, living without a sense of purpose. After retirement, many seniors feel like their important days are behind them. They say things like, "My work is done," or "Now I just pass time." But here's something powerful: your purpose doesn't end just because your job ended. Your life still has meaning, and your presence still matters deeply. When you wake up every day without something to look forward to, your mind can begin to feel empty. Your motivation drops, your energy becomes low, and your days start blending into each other. Purpose is like fuel for the heart. It keeps you active, alert, and emotionally alive. People with purpose live longer, stay happier, and recover faster when life challenges them. I once knew a retired teacher named Mr. James. After he stopped working, he spent his days watching TV, taking naps, and feeling tired. He thought he had nothing left to give. But when he started volunteering at a local school, helping kids with reading, his whole world changed. His smile returned, his energy came back, and his health even improved. Purpose brought him back to life. Purpose doesn't have to be something big. It can be caring for a garden, teaching a grandchild a skill, joining a choir, helping at your local church, or even setting small goals for yourself each day. Point 4. Ignoring your mental health. My dear friends, now let's talk about something many older adults overlook: your mental and emotional health. We often pay attention to our blood pressure, our joints, our medications, but we forget to check on our mind and heart. And the truth is, emotional pain can be just as heavy as physical pain, sometimes even heavier. As we age, life brings changes: children moving away, retirement, the loss of loved ones, health worries, or the feeling of slowing down. These changes can quietly create stress, sadness, anxiety, or loneliness. Many seniors think, "I should be strong," or "I don't want to trouble anyone," so they keep everything inside. But when emotions stay buried, they begin to affect your sleep, your memory, your appetite, and even your physical health. I remember a wonderful woman named Linda. After her husband passed away, she tried to handle everything alone. She told her children she was fine, but inside she felt lost and overwhelmed. Over time, she became anxious, couldn't sleep well, and felt disconnected from life. Finally, after joining a support group and speaking openly about her feelings, she felt lighter. Her mood improved, her sleep returned, and she slowly found joy again. My friends, caring for your mental health is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of wisdom and self-respect. Talk to someone you trust. Share your feelings with family or friends. Join a hobby group, a faith community, or a senior circle. Practice deep breathing, gentle meditation, or quiet prayer. And if you ever feel overwhelmed, speak to a doctor or a counselor. Point 5. Overspending or trusting the wrong people financially. My dear friends, let's talk about something that quietly destroys peace of mind in older age: being careless with money or trusting the wrong people financially. You worked hard your entire life. You saved, you sacrificed, and you planned. But one wrong decision, or one untrustworthy person, can shake the security you built over decades. Many seniors overspend because they want to enjoy life, buy things for their grandchildren, or help loved ones. Others fall for scams, fake business opportunities, or manipulative people who pretend to care. And sometimes, sadly, the people who take advantage are the ones we trust the most. Financial stress doesn't only affect your wallet, it affects your sleep, your blood pressure, your relationships, and your sense of independence. I once knew a retired engineer named Mr. Khalil. He was careful his entire life, but in his 70s he invested a big amount into a guaranteed profit plan offered by someone he trusted. It turned out to be a scam. He lost a huge portion of his retirement savings. The stress affected his heart, his sleep, and his confidence. It took him years to recover emotionally. So, what can you do instead? First, protect your savings like your health. Before spending or investing, pause and think. If someone asks for money, family, friend, or stranger, verify everything. Never sign anything you don't fully understand. Avoid risky investments and always seek financial advice from a trusted professional. And remember, it's okay to say no. Point 6. Holding on to grudges or the past. My dear friends, now let's talk about a mistake that quietly steals peace and happiness from many older adults: holding on to old grudges, past hurts, and painful memories. As we grow older, we carry a long history behind us. Some memories are beautiful, but others are heavy. Sometimes we hold on to anger, disappointment, or regret for years, thinking it doesn't affect us anymore. But the truth is, these emotional wounds stay inside the heart, and they affect us more than we realize. Holding on to resentment is like carrying a heavy stone in your chest. It doesn't matter how strong you are, the weight makes every step in life harder. Studies show that people who hold on to anger or bitterness have higher stress levels, poor sleep, and increased risk of heart problems and anxiety. Your body feels everything your heart feels. I once knew a retired schoolteacher, Mrs. Amina, who held resentment toward a family member for decades. She avoided gatherings and lived with constant tension inside her. She didn't realize how much this old pain was affecting her health and mood. When she finally chose to forgive, not for them, but for her own peace, her life changed. Her sleep improved, her face looked brighter, and she felt lighter, as if a burden had fallen off her shoulders. My friends, forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or accepting wrong behavior. It means freeing yourself from emotional chains. Start small, release one small hurt at a time. Speak to someone you trust, pray about it, write your feelings down, or simply decide you want peace more than pain. Point 7. Not staying physically active. My dear friends, let's talk about a mistake that many seniors make without realizing how dangerous it truly is: not staying physically active. Many older adults believe, "I'm retired now, I can slow down," or "exercise is for younger people." But the truth is, the older we get, the more important movement becomes. Your body needs activity to stay strong, balanced, and healthy. When you stop moving, your muscles weaken, your joints stiffen, your bones lose strength, and your balance becomes less steady. This increases the risk of falls, injuries, and long-term health issues like diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Even your mood and brain function slow down when your body stays still for too long. I knew a gentleman named Mr. Imran who retired at 65. He spent most of his days sitting on the couch watching TV. Within a year, he felt heavy, tired, and had trouble climbing stairs. His doctor warned him that inactivity was hurting his health. He started with simple walking, just 15 minutes a day. Slowly, he added gentle stretching and light exercises. Within months, he felt stronger, slept better, and even his confidence returned. Movement doesn't have to be complicated or painful. You don't need a gym or heavy weights. Simple activities like walking, stretching, chair exercises, light yoga, or even dancing in the kitchen can keep your body young. The goal is not perfection, it's consistency. My friends, staying active is one of the best gifts you can give your future self. A moving body is a living body. Every step you take is a step toward independence, strength, and a happier life. Point 8. Refusing to learn new things. My dear friends, now let's talk about a mistake that many seniors make without even noticing it: refusing to learn new things. After a certain age, many people say, "I'm too old to learn," or "this isn't for me." But the truth is, your brain needs learning the same way your body needs movement. When you stop challenging your mind, it begins to slow down. Learning new things keeps your brain active, sharp, and healthy. It improves memory, boosts mood, reduces stress, and even lowers the risk of cognitive decline. And the beautiful part? You don't need to study difficult subjects or master big skills. Even small learning moments create powerful benefits. I knew a retired accountant named Mr. Saeed. After retiring, he spent most of his time sitting at home watching TV. Slowly, he felt bored, disconnected, and his memory started slipping. One day, he joined a simple technology for seniors class. He learned how to send messages, make video calls, and even read online articles. Suddenly, his days felt meaningful. His memory improved, he felt more confident, and he even made new friends. Learning gave his mind a fresh spark. So, what can you learn? Anything that interests you. Cooking a new recipe, trying painting, learning a language, gardening, using a smartphone, solving puzzles, or reading something new. Even 10 minutes a day can make a difference. Point 9. Not preparing emotionally and spiritually for the later years. My dear friends, let's talk about one of the most important, yet most overlooked mistakes many older adults make, not preparing emotionally and spiritually for the later years of life. We spend so much time worrying about our health, money, family, and daily responsibilities that we forget to check in with our inner self. As we grow older, emotional peace and spiritual strength become just as important as physical health. When we avoid thinking about our emotional needs, fear, regret, and anxiety can quietly build up. Some seniors feel empty even when they are surrounded by family. Some carry worries about the future. Others feel restless because they never took time to reflect on the deeper meaning of life. These feelings can affect sleep, mood, relationships, and even physical health. I knew a gentleman named Mr. Tariq who worked hard his entire life. In his late 70s, he began feeling uneasy and lost, even though he was financially comfortable and physically active. He finally started spending a few minutes each day reflecting on his blessings, reconnecting with his faith, and practicing gratitude. Slowly, he found peace he had never known before. His heart felt lighter, his days felt calmer, and he enjoyed life in a deeper way. So what can you do, my friends? Take a few quiet minutes each morning to reflect or pray. Write down your thoughts, your memories, your lessons. Talk to loved ones about your feelings. Practice gratitude, it heals the heart. Accept that aging is a natural part of life, not something to fear. My dear friends, we have now reached the end of this important and heartfelt journey together. We talked about the mistakes that can quietly harm your happiness, your health, and your peace in older age, mistakes that many people make without even realizing it. But I want you to remember something very clearly: this video is not meant to scare you. It is meant to empower you. It is meant to open your eyes, lift your spirit, and remind you that your life is still full of possibilities, no matter your age. Before we end, I want to ask you, which one of these 9 mistakes do you think most seniors struggle with? Please tell me in the comments. Your thoughts and your wisdom help others who are watching. Thank you, my dear friends, for spending this time with me. I feel truly honored to be a small part of your life. Remember, don't just grow older, grow wiser, stronger, and more peaceful. I'll see you in the next video. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed.